Hey everyone, welcome back to Operation Texas Veterans. This is episode 2 of season 1. Tonight we're talking about benefits that Nick and I use on a daily or monthly basis, something that's common to us. So let's get right into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the VA healthcare and disability rating. So how do you get...
If you don't have healthcare and you're eligible for healthcare, you need to go to the VA website, va.gov, or call the VA. I can actually look that number up real quick. That would be good to know.
And what can you be treated for at the VA?
It depends. Mostly, if you can get the service connection, they'll treat you for that. This is my knowledge from what I understood.
And what you've experienced.
What I've experienced. Once I got my 100%, there's a window of opportunity too. So like a certain number of months after you get out, they'll treat everything you got. And then after that window, they usually stick to the service connected things, I believe.
Does it help to get things documented while you're serving?
Yes, get everything documented. Everything. If it hurts, go to the doctor before you get out.
Because almost everything can be linked to service connection. And I'll let you look up that digit for us. Give me your digits. Give me those
the main
digits.
VA phone number. I mean, you can always call the main VA at 1-800-698-2411.
I should know that.
That is something you can call, and they'll have a prompt usually to tell you which one you want to call for. And but the VA benefits hotline is 877-222-8387.
Know that too.
Yes, we should know that.
But from my past job, I should know that.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the VES.
And just because this can come up and can help other veterans, and we've used it recently, what is community care?
Community care, if you cannot be seen within 30 days of whatever the appointment is for, whether it's a specialty care clinic or even audiology, if you can't be seen within an appointment within 30 days, you're eligible for them to send you outside the VA to the community so you can see the doctor that you need to see within a timely manner.
That's the definition.
That's what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah.
It doesn't work 100% like it should, but
no, it's gotten hard. And this was issued 2019?
I'd have to look that up. I don't know. But
if
I want to say it was Trump that did it.
Yeah.
So probably 2018, 2019, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, and now we'll jump into more of the fun benefits instead of something that drags us down like the VA, unfortunately.
But if you don't have healthcare and you're eligible for healthcare, call the VA.
You served, period. Call the VA.
It's always good to check. If you're a veteran and you've served or you're getting out, it's always good to check.
I mean, like our friends in my office, like Cher, for like the longest time, she wasn't using the VA. Same with Paul.
If you don't want to use the VA, you don't happy with the VA,
they didn't
by
think
all
about
means.
it.
But it is free healthcare, and worst case, your meds are free.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'd use it mostly for, is so I don't have to pay for meds and everything like that.
Right.
And emergency care, like all that stuff is.
Yeah. Property tax exemptions. This is my fault. My part. Property tax exemptions are massive. And, I'm going to ask you, just because you do manage the funds in the house, what does a property tax exemption mean?
So, if you don't own a home, then you don't really know if you've never owned a home. But property taxes get paid through the mortgage. So you pay into a mortgage, which goes into, you have your principal, your interest, and then you have your escrow. That escrow builds up throughout the year so then that they can pay your property taxes to your county or whoever they need to pay it to. So, what was your question?
What is property taxes?
Property tax. It's just you have to pay taxes on your property. I don't know how to. I mean,
Well,
taxation.
it comes.
The government.
The government.
Wish
well,
Abby
like,
was here for that.
I know. What's it called? Well, like the school taxes are part of that too.
Yeah, the school district taxes, the water district taxes, all of that goes into your property taxes. Everybody wants a piece of your money.
Everybody wants a piece.
Everybody wants a piece.
So all 50 states offer some form of property tax exemptions, but 18 of those 50 have no property taxes for disabled veterans.
18 of the 50 that we were able to confirm.
Yes. Alabama, Alabama, Arkansas, California, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. A lot of those have bases in them, so that makes sense.
Actually, yeah.
That, like, legitimately, I'm going through this and I'm like, that makes complete sense.
I was surprised with California, I really was.
Yeah, since my dad never brought it up,
Yeah.
but again, why would he?
Why would he know? Yeah.
Well, he would know.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't.
But why would he bring it
yeah.
up? Because we don't have anybody in our direct family that was serving
That's a good point.
that could benefit from it. So why bring it up?
Closest person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, there's Uncle Rick, but again, closest person.
Right.
Yeah.
And Texas veterans.
Texas veterans. So Texas veterans up 100% VA rating, 100% individual unemployability VA rating, or 100% permanent and total VA disability rating, which is you,
Yes, we're 100% PNC.
are exempt from having to pay property taxes on their primary residence.
So that means the one you're currently living in, not if you own 4 different investment properties, you don't get to exempt those taxes.
Correct.
Which is fair.
Yes. Like, we want you to invest, but you have to pay the property taxes on those investments.
Yeah, every investment has its own
Taxation.
Yeah.
Also eligible are surviving spouses for the same exemption, provided that he or she remains unmarried and remains in the home. If relocated, exemption is limited to the amount received in the last year on the former homestead.
Good useful information.
Yes. And this is Texas Tax Code Section 11.131. So if anybody wants to fact check me,
Look at you.
I got the facts right here.
If you're under 100%, the percentages and the property values, it varies. So if you're 10 to 29%, you can get up to $5,000 off your property tax value. And what I believe, and this is what I understand it working, if you're 20% disabled, you get 20% off your property taxes up to $5,000. So 30 to 49% is up to $7,500. 50 to 69% is up to $10,000, and 70 to 100% is up to $12,000. So again, that means if you're at 80% or 85%, you'll get 85% off your property taxes up to $10,000.
Up to 12.
12, yeah, sorry, that one was 12. My bad. That one was a confusing topic for me. That's why I touched on it, because that one was hard for me to even understand when I was trying.
Well, how much was your disability when we bought the house?
I was at 30. I was at 30%. 30%. So we got 30% off, plus our homestead of 20.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely, that was already half off at 30. And once I jumped up to 70, then we got up to 90.
Yeah.
I think it's 20 for homestead.
Well, it just went up.
Oh,
it just went up to a lot.
Anyways, it does stack with the homestead, so that's good to know too. If you aren't 100%, you possibly could get most of your taxes taken off.
Yes.
So, property taxes. If you haven't talked to your tax office, talk to your tax office.
Talk to tax office.
Because if anything, all this information could vary at different locations, and it's always good to call the source themselves.
Yes. Veterans can also qualify for an exemption of $12,000 of assessed value of the property if the veteran is 65 plus with a VA rating of at least 10%.
You had a couple extra zeros there.
10% totally blind in one or both eyes or have a loss of one or more limbs. So that is helpful for the 65 plus
The
veterans.
senior veterans.
Yeah. That are still fighting the system because of Agent Orange. So.
I did not know they did non-primary residence exemption.
Yes, I found that out doing my research.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So non-primary residents, so
those investment properties we talked about.
investors.
Or even if you have like your main home and then let's say you bought your mom and dad a home, and you're paying for it. However it is, whatever the situation. Apparently you can get a tax discount for that too.
Yes. May apply for different disabled veterans exemption under tax code section 11.22. That is applied according to the veteran's disability rating of 10% or higher. So, and all this can be filed when you file for your homestead exemption up to 1 year after the delinquency date of February 1st. 65 plus, you can qualify for an exemption on the date you become 65
Real quick.
or disabled.
This was a confusing topic too that I had to figure out on my own. Every year, if you file for homestead exemption, you have until February 1st. Mm-hmm. Unless it's the year you bought the home. Mm-hmm. If you bought the home, you can immediately file for homestead exemption.
Yes.
And the disability exemption. If you wait and don't do it right away, you'll have to wait until the next year by February 1st.
So, example, we bought our house in May
of 2020. We applied our homestead and our 30%. I could not... So we got ours right away. No, we had waited on the disability. Your dad said to wait on it for some reason. I don't remember why.
I thought we got 30% right away, and then you got 70% later on in that year.
No, the homestead was already applied from the previous owner, so it rolled into our account. Then the 30% got applied. I had to reapply by February 1st for the homestead to continue.
Yes.
So I had to make sure I applied to the homestead by February 1st.
Okay.
That's
but then didn't you get 70%
Once I got
on?
my updated disability percentages, I just sent them the updated and they updated it. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what time of year it was. I just sent it over and this was for Harris County in Texas though. So, it just depends on the county.
Yes.
And how their tax office works.
And because there was an update also to homestead that you can apply it any time of the year, but according to the tax codes that I was able to find, that's
when
not
you
true.
Looked it up too.
Right, and that's recently that I looked it up.
Right, but those new laws just changed.
No, so the homestead exemption that just upped in the state of Texas, not just Harris County.
Right, it is across the state.
That was like not the filing, it's just the amount that you can get exempt.
Oh, okay.
Not the filing date. So, I'm going with February 1st.
But it might have changed in the subtext.
Right.
Ooh, don't know.
Right. Voting totally messed up all my research that I did.
I know, we just voted.
Freaking A.
I'm gonna move on. Let's get some driver's license. Texas driver's license and ID insurance fees. According to Texas Transportation Code Section 521.426, veteran is exempt from the payment of fees for the insurance of a driver's license or personal identification certificate if the veteran is honorably discharged and has a VA rating of 60% or more.
No, it's just honorable discharge.
Honorably discharged, has a VA rating of 60% or more, or has received compensation because of the disability.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to pay for your license, your driver's license. They would exempt the fee. Ooh, we missed something.
What did I miss?
The handgun exemption. You don't have to pay for your hand. I have to see if I can look that up at the end of see if we can get that in here.
Yeah. Because I don't have that.
Off the top of my head, though, they waive Texas waives handgun registration fees for veterans. And if you have your range scores, they will accept that, and you don't have to take the test. I had to take the test because the Navy doesn't give you your range scores. At least they didn't give me mine.
Did they give Anderson his?
No.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's off the top of my head. I can get some more information on that either before we finish or next podcast.
The license plates.
Ooh, this is another crazy one that I went through. Oh
Yeah.
man. So registering a new car in Texas is a headache.
Yes.
Um
How about transferring?
Yeah, everything it's not as bad as California.
No.
California registration car stuff is so stupid. But Texas, you just have to make sure you have all your information and everything you need the first time you go.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to have to make it, and it's the only thing they're doing appointments for is for new state registrations. If you aren't a new state registration, if you're just doing a title transfer or you just, whatever it is, registration doesn't matter. You have to walk-ins only. It sucks. That part sucks. But a veteran, they do have Texas specialty plates depending on the qualification. So if you're at 50% rating or more, or you're at 40% and because of an amputation or a lower extremity.
Of lower extremity.
Amputation of lower extremity. So if you're 40% rating because of an amputation of lower extremity, you're eligible. Otherwise, you have to be 50% or more. You have to receive compensation because of the disabilities. The vehicle has to be owned by the veteran. However, there is a workaround of that. I don't own my truck. I'm not the owner on the title or anything. However, they do have a registration release form. Yeah, my credit sucked when we bought the truck. So she's the only owner on the paperwork of the truck, but she signed a release form allowing me to register and become the registered owner. Not the owner, but the registered owner. So
you did that standing outside the tomball.
Yeah, because you had the baby in the car.
Oh no, I had Abby in the stroller.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
it was COVID.
It was COVID.
So they wouldn't let you in. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But
I had to be there.
So it has to be owned by the veteran or released to the veteran, at least in the state of Texas in Harris County. That's how they did it.
Harris County.
And it has to have a gross weight of 18,000 pounds or less, or is a motorhome. Apparently, motorhomes too. I did not know that.
But otherwise, you do have like what branch specific license plates.
Mine
just
says
for shits and
U.S.
giggles.
Navy honorably discharged.
Yeah, but before we got the DV plates.
Oh, before the DV plates, if you can prove that you're a veteran, if you just show that you're a veteran, you can get just like a Navy or whatever branch emblem you want on it. There's a bunch. There's a catalog. I can link it in the video got a bunch of links in this video.
Oh my god, a lot of links.
So we'll get that linked in there too.
Research. And organization.
Can you write that down so then that way?
Yeah. Well, where's your little pad of paper? Did the cat
They're
steal it?
underneath it. Oh my crap! Right now, because I cleaned up my desk for the podcast. So clean.
Yeah. So we want
a link for the license plates. Catalog. They have a lot of options. They do have veteran organization qualifications. So if you're a veteran organization and you're using it exclusively to transport veterans who have suffered as a result of military service and have a service-connected disability, and the veterans are not charged for transportation, then you qualify for a specialty plate as well. That is a very specific though. So I mean, like, yeah. The license plate qualifications are DV, which is disabled veteran, issues for a vehicle other than a motorcycle, disabled veteran in U.S. Armed Forces at the bottom of each license plate. So that's what the license plate has to have. It has to have DV and it has to have disabled veterans and U.S. Armed Forces on each plate. There's a $3 fee for the first set of license plate. There's no fee for any additional set of license plates. So, That's not true.
I got this straight from.
That is not true. I just had to pay like $5 for our reset.
I
Our
don't
new
know
set.
why then. I got.
Not saying your information. I just paid for new sets because we had to get new ones like last year. So maybe that's
yeah.
why. I mean, it was the last year, so maybe that changed.
It was last year. Yeah, because it got stolen.
But
they
then
didn't steal the freaking tag
once you
off
get your
the trailer.
DV plates, you're then eligible for accessible parking. I
If
was recommended.
You get a placard.
I was recommended to get a placard. I've heard when I got mine, it was this. They were talking about changing the law on it. I think they finally did. If you have a DV plate, you still have to have the placard, and since they don't put the international handicap symbol on the DV plates anymore,
I thought they did. I
No.
thought they brought that back.
ooh, no.
No.
We'll find out when I look up the catalog.
Yep.
So if you see it in the catalog, then there you go. Otherwise, I don't have one on my license plate because they didn't have it, so they gave me a placard.
And we had in order to get the placard, don't you have to bring?
You have to just bring so
doctor's
like
note?
most people would have to get a doctor's note. Like Baba would have to have a doctor's note, but veterans you can just bring your VA disability letter.
Okay.
And that's the one you can download from the VA website, or I guess I suppose you can call the VA and ask them to send it to you. I don't know. I've never tried that, but I don't see why they couldn't. Or at least email it. But yeah, you just provide that information and it shows, what your rating is and all that stuff to verify it, and you don't have to get a doctor's note for it because it's already verified. But that goes into say you can't just let your wife drive around all day with a handicap placard. She knows better. She doesn't abuse it. I hope she doesn't abuse it.
I don't abuse it.
So, obviously, if you get the handicap placard for your veteran, don't go letting your homies drive it around so they get the free easy parking or anything like that. And it's not free. Most of the time, we still have to pay for parking. It's just better parking because...
Yeah. The only time that you don't have to pay for parking
is
downtown. When...
oh, yeah.
Yeah, exempt from payment of a parking fee collected through a parking meter charged by a government authority other than a branch of the federal government when being operated by or for the transportation of the person who's registered the vehicle or the owner-operator of the vehicle displaying DV license plates.
So, in other words,
I'm driving you around.
If you're driving me around, or if I'm driving around downtown and we can't find a handicap spot, we can park at any meter and not have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's good to know. Just because of the DV plate. That's really cool. Yeah, that was a good segue into the parking fees. Good job. But yeah, that's about all we got for the license plates.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information, so I'll link that catalog and
all the links that we use, like the Texas tax codes
and all the information and stuff. We'll have all those links.
The transportation codes, because the license plates, all that information came from Texas Transportation Code section 504.202. So this came from the Texas.
Yeah, you got your research. There's one thing you've always been good at, and that's doing research. That's for sure. We don't have much topic left.
Well, my last topic was the discount sites.
Okay, so you only have the one.
I only have the one because I didn't bring up the other ones.
Okay, that's fine because I remember most of them. So
yeah,
these are the discount sites we use on a regular, or at least try to use.
Mm-hmm.
VetTix has been one that we've used occasionally. They don't always have stuff that we want to go to though, so it really just depends on what people donate to VetTix is what will go.
So my question is what is VetTix? Because not every veteran knows what VetTix is.
VetTix.com, I believe. Check. VetTix.org. VetTix.org is a place for veterans and first responders. Actually, they have the first responders, and they have a referral system. So I will actually get that link on a referral link on there too, because that would be really cool for y'all to really not fun. But It's people donate tickets. Let's say I bought my family tickets to Monster Jam and we can't make it. We can donate some vet ticks, and then the vet ticks would go and give those tickets to a veteran who wants to go for free. All they have to do is pay the delivery fee, which from my experience has been like $9 to $20.
Right.
So, and we just went to Russell Dickerson 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then Friday we just saw Josh Abbott Band and Riley Green.
Right. Up in College Station.
That was like a total of Russell Dickerson was like $14 delivery fee, and the Josh Abbott Band was like $9.
Right.
2 awesome concerts for under $30. It's pretty cool. We've also used it to get Renfest tickets. I mean, there's stuff on there all the time. They're having NFL games, NBA games, concerts, comedy shows. Like they do it all. They even have like Fredericksburg over by Austin, Texas. They do like grape stumps and weekend getaways and stuff on here too. Like there's a bunch of stuff on here.
They just had the World Series on there too.
Yeah, they did have a couple World Series. Obviously the bigger ones, they can't, it's not first come first serves. They do lottery. And as you use vet ticks, you can do reviews and earn coins, and you use those coins to wager into the lotteries. So you go, I'll wager this many coins. If they don't pick you, you get your coins back. So it's not really a wager. It's just saying, hey, I'm willing to lose this much coins for those tickets if I'm picked. But Vet Ticks is awesome, and then they're a great place. One day I would like to buy like 30-40 tickets to a fucking event and donate them, because I think that would be awesome.
The coins, if anything, it just puts your name in that many times, eh?
I'm not really sure how the process works. I just know it says how many coins would you like to wager. You pick your coins, and then if you're not picked, they'll send you an email saying, hey, you weren't picked, but we have more tickets. If they have more tickets. If they don't, they'll say, hey, you weren't picked, you'll get your coins back. End of story. But if they have more tickets, they'll go, hey, you're going to go into this is the next drawing. And we'll keep your coins until, So we're still in a lottery for a Stars game.
Oh, the Stars
Knights game is still trickle lottery. But the Monster Jam, we didn't get.
Darn.
I know.
The kids would have liked that.
But there's another one on the 10th of February that I can try for.
Okay.
But yeah, Vet Ticks is awesome. Highly recommend Vet Ticks. And again, it's for veterans and first responders.
Because a lot of veterans go to become first responders. They do.
Yeah.
Another website that we use. Don't we use GovX a lot?
I don't use GovX. We don't really have a purpose. I mean, like, it really just depends. I've used GovX to look up. GovX has a bunch of stuff. They have I can't think of words. Products. They have products. They have stuff like products to buy. And they have like hotel travel discounts. They have like Disney discounts. They have a lot of discounts, but we usually tend to find better deals. Great website though. If you like what they have on there, mostly like discounted military gear, like or Yeti, MLB tickets. Oakley's on here. So for instance, the way we don't use it is, let me log in real quick.
Because Oakley has their own line that's specifically for military first responders and such like that. It's I just looked it up for Veterans Day. So.
Oakley is you're saving 40% almost on everything. On GovX. So Oakley's actually one of the ones that wasn't a reference. I love Oakley. I stay away from this because I love Oakley. Really, honestly, I'd be on here all day.
What about, have we
Ariat made it on here. There's a bunch of different products and brands on here. Yeti.
Is Arctic on there? Because I like my Arctic cups. I'm not a Yeti. I'm a Arctic.
Yes, Arctic. Not a lot of them though. No, Tundra Yeti cooler. There's one Arctic cup. No, Arctic 16-ounce travel mug. Their Bone Frog. I don't know what Bone Frog is, but they're Arctic cups.
Okay.
It'll just have a skeleton frog on it.
Bone Frog, I think, is a coffee company.
Maybe. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. We can always do fucking this shit.
What about vacation rewards? We haven't used them yet, have we?
Government vacation rewards? We have used them.
Oh,
We have. Now I can show you guys. So yeah, GovX. Back.
Okay, fine. We'll go back to GovX.
I know. I was trying to pull it up. So GovX, so, you know, they have categories: clearance, appraisal, apparel, automotive, auto buying, accessories, GPS, backpacks, boots and eyewear, food, home and family, jewelry. Like, they have so much stuff, and it's a lot of it is discounted. I really need to pay more attention to this, apparently.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
no,
I do.
you don't.
I do. Tickets, First Access sold out events. That's cool. NBA, limited time epic deals. Hockey.
Yes, you do need to pay more attention. There's NHL tickets there.
Oh yeah, you saw the little. Yeah, I know. I need to pay more attention.
That's all I give a shit about.
And it's by team too. That's pretty cool. Anyways, and they also do travel. They got GovX Travel, hotels, rental cars, cruises. As far as that goes, I always, pay attention, check everything. Don't go to one website because that's just silly. Just so we can show you real quick, VetTix. This is what it looks like. VetTix.org.
They got merch too.
They also have merch.
We gotta get ourselves some merch.
For instance, real quick, they have.
Because we saw a gentleman that had a VetTix hat and a shirt over up in College Station Friday, when we saw the Josh Abbott, and I should have taken a picture of him, like a whole quick little video.
Yeah, we should have.
But we're still getting a little bit more friendly out there.
We're trying. But like for categories here for VetTix, they have adult, appreciation, arts, auto racing, and like hockey, horse racing. They got it all.
Really? Horse racing?
Wrestling, rodeo.
Don't tell your dad that we can get
Oh, no, I'm just curious. Let's see if there's anything here. Oh my god.
No.
I don't know what Rampage Wrestling is. There's only one. No.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And it's in Abilene, so that's not happening.
Okay, good.
What's another one? What did you the veterans?
Veterans Advantage. We can jump over to there. Because I haven't looked into that one, so I don't know
This
myself.
is one that I don't really know too much. We have it. I have an account and everything, and I'm pretty sure it's another discount, like
exclusive military discounts and benefits for active duty military.
5% off on United Airlines, 25% off on Avis, 20% off on CVS site-wide and free shipping, 25% off budget. So these are just coupons. These are coupons, essentially. AT&T 20% off, prepaid, extra 300 7 reward bonus points and for free and a discounted items from 7-Eleven. So I mean, like,
Slurpees.
They have a lot of stuff on here too. CVS honors you with healthcare savings and drug discounts. There's Hilton. There's exclusive community everyday shopping.
Hilton's a big discount for veterans.
Resorts, couples resorts. I don't even know what that is. Never heard of that one before. 15% off though. La Quinta 20% off.
La Quinta.
That's our favorite.
Oh yeah.
Because of the dogs.
Because the dogs.
And they are pet friendly and they allow. And yeah, there's restrictions, but
and most of them don't have
any problems.
Yeah.
You have to pay the there's like a pet like a refundable pet deposit.
Yeah, but
in case they screw anything up.
It's not expensive.
No, it's not that bad.
It's not like a freaking
$30 per dog.
Yeah,
one-time fee. Or
it's not like an apartment that you live in.
Right. La Quinta's really good.
Let me
about
just stay here for a day and pray to God that my dogs don't piss on
it. What am I doing? I
anything.
need to open that back up.
Yes, because we need to jump over to Gov Vacation Rewards.
Government vacation
Because you said that we
rewards.
use that. So
We've used that one a few times actually.
that's pretty great. I did not know that.
This one is where we actually get booked most of our hotels. But they have hotel, resort, cruise, car, air, and tours.
What did we use it on? Was it our travel
actually,
to California?
You know, I still have 358. No, the one to California, I found better deals.
Okay.
Actually, you know, I think I'm gonna let me do something real quick.
Because we stayed in an Airbnb for like 2.5 weeks out in California.
Oh yeah,
this last February.
Here, that looks better. I put the screen
Awesome.
smaller
so
we can be seen again. Whee! Yay! So yes, switch back. I have some savings credit.
Okay.
Booking activity.
Where are we going?
Let's see. So we've used it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Twice in February. In January of 2021.
That's
hotel
when
in Ocala, Florida. So I used this one to go to
Oh.
Papa.
Oh yeah.
Mostly Papa. Texarkana. So that was our trip out to Montana.
Texarkana?
No, that was to
that was Wisconsin.
To Baba, yeah, in Wisconsin. And then another one in Ocala in March. So we used them for those times.
Because those were like pretty much last minute.
Yeah, so the
travel,
the Ocala trip, for instance, it was.
Did we use it for when we went out there for your grandpa's funeral, or no?
Yes, that's what this one is. To say. It's a 5-night, 1 king bed. It was $966 market rate. We paid $871.
I thought we had 2.
We canceled the first one, and then I went and found this one because that first one was gross. Remember?
That was with your dad.
No, this was the Holiday Inn one. This is the one that we were there for the hotel, for the funeral service in March.
We had 2 beds then.
No, we had 1 king bed.
We had 1 king.
And we only had Abby.
I know we only had Abby.
Yeah, no, it was 1 king bed. I remember because we went and got the Holiday Inn because the first hotel that I had booked was gross. We didn't like it.
Oh, because we chose to go to Disney too.
Yeah, that too. But we stayed here for 5 nights.
Yeah. Paid a lot. That was a very expensive trip.
Yeah, that was
but it was a once in a lifetime thing.
Right, who knows?
When the hell are we going to go back to Florida? Exactly. Are we going to go back to Disney?
But anyway, so essentially when you look, let's do a hotel. Why not?
Okay.
What? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
Oh, where do I want to go? Well, let's look out in Fredericksburg.
Fredericksburg?
Yeah. Shits and giggles. Even though I do think Airbnb would be better for that. But.
Oh, some fucking Airbnb is crazy.
I know, but like, go for the whole experience.
I understand that, but Fredericksburg is not where you Airbnb. Let's just do, sure, December 12th to the 20th. Why not? Search hotels. Okay. Why is that not coming up? How do you spell Fredericksburg?
Well, no, I don't know how to spell Anchorage either, so never mind.
Yeah, I got that one. CHORAGE. Anchorage is easy.
Okay.
I know how to spell anchor. That's like seared into my fucking brain.
Sam can't spell, okay?
Search for hotels. So we're going to Alaska on the 12th.
It better
Holy
be
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it better be cheap as shit because it's frozen.
$98 a night, market rate $1,281. We'd pay $923. Or
for how long?
This is for 8 days.
Okay.
but that would use all of our savings credits. Anyway, but either way, so essentially you get these savings credits. I don't really understand. They've called me a few times and they're like, hey, we know just you don't use the website that much. We want to offer you $100 in savings credits. So that's how I keep getting more. Is they just keep calling. You use them once and don't use them for a while. They'll just offer you free savings credits.
Oh, because it also helps with the economy if people keep traveling and stuff. So that's to help the economy. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Oh, and you get $250 every year.
250 credits
every anniversary. So November 23rd, we're about to get another $250 in savings credits.
Interesting.
But they apply, so
It's just before our anniversary.
Yeah.
We are not doing anything more this month.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah, we've done a lot this month.
What was the next one? Do we got another one?
We got Provengo. It's
PROVENGO. This was that new one that I found.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, I haven't used this.
I haven't seen this one before. But it says military, police, fire, government, and healthcare. And I don't have access quite yet. Let me go ahead and see if I can get logged in.
But they're the little pop-up that is on Discord that you sent me. The official discount site for military first responders, healthcare employees, and government workers since 2004. Free savings of up to 65% off lifestyle and tactical brands, including Yeti, Costa, and 511.
So it seems like GovX, similar to GovX.
Similar to GovX, which a lot of things are going to be similar to GovX because it's GovX.
Yeah.
GovX has been around a long time. Everybody knows it because it sounds like the government. So
right, government. Yeah, just like government vacation rewards.
Yeah,
it's more trustworthy.
And they stick with Disney because Disney has travel rewards and stuff like that. So it's all things like that.
I'm so confused. I did this. Okay. Neat. Return.
Well, while he looks that stuff up, kind of give you guys an update. So last month we talked about who we are and why we're doing this. We just had a Veterans Day celebration at my brokerage, where we participated. What's it called? Representing the Navy. So Nick smoked 2 briskets and a pork shoulder. We stayed up all night. I had like an hour and 15 minutes of sleep that whole night.
Sucked.
Nick had like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I slept on the floor. I didn't want to make him move or anything. It was rough. But I did
sleep on the floor, you weirdo.
I know. But I didn't want to make you move. You needed your sleep.
And I appreciate it. I passed out.
I know you passed out.
I'm fucking exhausted.
I will say that has been your best brisket.
Yeah, that one was really good, and it's because we let it rest and get all moist and juicy.
It like
melt in your mouth.
Instead of being able to slice it,
you
just sliced it and just crumbled. It was just that amazing. Alrighty, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the second episode of Operation Texas Veterans. Next month, we're going to be talking about Prove and Go a little bit further, as now we have access, as well as the license to carry. We'll go over the benefits of education as well, the GI Bill, as well as the Hazelwood Act that veterans out in Texas get. And it is very specific. So we'll get into all the logistics and whatnot, but it'll be a pretty long episode next month. And it'll be coming out on December 20th. And between now and then, we're hoping to do some shorts and some fun videos for you guys, just so we stay on topic. Well, you guys have a lovely month, and we'll see you on December 20th.